Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops and the elders, great millstone that rule well through the scriptures. Peace to the 144,000 and the rest of the hopeful elect. I am the brother Kaya from GMS Indianapolis, the branch of Indiana. The original Gary Camp is GMS It Will Not Tarry 2. And I just want to speak on this video I just got done watching. Prison footage that will make you question humanity. Now, in this video, this was a decent video because I'll put it like this. It's not just it's not just you watching crazy shit that happens in prison, okay? It's more than that. It's actually detailing the psychology and the mental transformation that you go through in it. And I found it interesting. And Lord willing, we can do Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I found it interesting how Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he basically mapped out how you will respond. This nigga know, okay? Let me grab that in Psalms. Psalm 62 and this Psalm 64. I always get it confused. I got it highlighted. Psalm 64 and 6. It says, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So look, look. And Esau Edom, he been studying and trying to understand the human mind. He really focuses on that because your mind is that's your inner seat of emotions. He want to understand that to control you. All right. He want to be able to have God-like power over you. He want to, marketing to you and manipulating you and subliminal imaging. That's not enough. He want to go in there and tinker. Like, you see how they put the helmet on a rat and they make the rat do what they want it to do with a remote control. That's what they want to do to humans. That's what he wants. Now I'm gonna look up something real quick. I'm gonna look up something on a chat GPT. I mean Grok, whatever, right? I just want to see what they say. Explain Psalm 64 and 6. It says Psalm 64 and 6 in the Bible speaks about the schemes of the wicked, describing their cunning and deceitful nature. All right. They got the NIV in here. All right. They devise injustice. This refers to the wicked or evildoers who deliberately plan and plot harmful actions. These are not impulsive acts, but carefully thought out schemes meant to cause harm or injustice, likely targeting the righteous, in this case, David or the faithful. Right. And the righteous are the Israelites, all right? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, whether you people fucking believe it or not. And you see it, all right? We out there preaching on the highways and byways. You got the different groups out there, the different camps, and it bothers you people. It's rattling y'all in y'all mind. You know it's fucking true. It's time to pay up. Let me grab another scripture. Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. And this is what he want to do to the whole world. He want to put the whole world in prison. And they was the narrator was bringing out certain facts. When you in prison for a long time, everybody's different, you know. The parts of your brain involved with decision making shrinks. That's why a lot of when people get out, they be institutionalized. You got to think you went from making decisions about your life into not instantly. That's a shock to the brain. And this devil know that. This is what the narrator's saying. And then you got institutionalized. Then you got institutionalization. Then you got the post prison, and they come up with these terms and shit. Right? We read the definition. I forget the term, post prison something, but basically when you out, you can't fucking you went from not making decisions to being faced with decisions, and a lot of people go back. And this is what he want for the whole fucking world, man. I'm gonna play a little bit of the video. Play like the last portion.
We lock people in cages and expect them to come out better. We traumatize them and expect them to heal. We destroy their humanity and expect them to reintegrate. The psychological journey of incarceration isn't rehabilitation. It's systematic destruction of the human psyche.
It's systematic destruction of the human psyche. All right? Because this devil wants to control you. I'm gonna grab something. He wants to be God over you. Let me see. Thou. Let's see, Ezekiel. I don't know if it's 28 or 38. Let's see. Ezekiel 28:1. The word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God, right? Because what does the Most High do? He's omnipotent, which means all powerful. He's omniscient, which means all knowing, and he's omnipresent. He's everywhere at once. And that's what Esau Edom, that's what he's using this technology for. And that's what his studies are based around. That's why he testing on these animals. See, you think it's progress. He'll tell the public it's progress and human innovation, but it's actually going ass backwards. And it's all tailored around him being like the Most High, him having all these powers. And he's been deceived. He's fooled himself because he has been successful in certain areas. See? Let me grab that in Obadiah. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine, well, there's only one chapter. Verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Now you got to pick a race of people. Who the fuck known for living in the caves? You so-called white people, everybody know it. Come on. Who exalt themselves as the eagle? All the different so-called white countries. England had got an eagle. Germany got an eagle. America got an eagle. So Spain, France, all these different so-called white nations. All right. They got a lot of eagles out here in Indiana, Indianapolis too. You see a lot of. I think it might be known for having a lot of eagles, bald ones at that. The bald eagle, right? Look, Donald Trump. Remember his first term? He had the eagle in there. See? So these people has been deceived, man, with the shit that they've been able to do in wickedness. What's his name? Bill Gates said something about making artificial trees to do what the fuck trees do. And when he was questioned on it, when somebody was like, well, motherfucker, do we just keep the trees to do that? His response was, well, aren't we the smart ones? We're the smart people. He kind of was like, condescending toward the person who spoke. I believe it was a woman. All right. That's how proud these people are. All right. Let me grab something else. Damn. That's the next verse. It's Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. See, we brought out the Psalm 64:6. They search out shit, man. They got the power to do it. See, when you got like Micah 2, it says, well, let me see. You gotta grab that, man. We'll come back over there. Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Yeah, you got trillions of dollars. You just fund different research societies and just pay scientists and shit. You manipulate people's innovation for your fucking nefarious plans. You putting people's brains to work for your shit. And you just sitting back. Oh, no, where we at with that? Oh, we're gonna put some more funding in that. Like how they were studying methamphetamine and crack in the basements of UCLA on monkeys, and they saw how the females would try to trade sex for crack. They saw how they would neglect the babies, and they study these things on the animals, then they put them into play on the population. See? Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. Right? But see, they have a false wisdom. All right? Because the scripture says the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. And they tell the people they're going forward, but then there's drawbacks. Ooh, technology. Okay, your ass being fucking radiated. The microwave. Ooh, it's quick, simple. See, now you ain't got to wait hours. Yeah, but now you fucking destroying your damn self, man. Ooh, Apple Watch. Yeah, well, Apple Watch causes radiation, right? That's fucking you up. Ain't no fucking wisdom. Seedless grapes, seedless watermelon. Well, the seed, first of all, motherfucker, nigga, accuser of the brethren, inside joke, but that's true. How the fuck you got some without a seed in it? The scripture said the seed bearing fruit within itself. Some Genesis 1 and 11. I'm gonna grab these scriptures I'm quoting. Genesis 1 and 11. And the Most High said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. That's how it's supposed to be. And the seeds have nutrition, man. Seeds are highly nutritious. Hey, even stone fruits, man. The pits of like apricots and peaches and stuff like that, highly nutritious, man. This nigga taking the world backwards. That was another scripture that Sirach 10 and 8. I'm gonna read Ezekiel again. It says, with thy wisdom, with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. But like I said, it's a false wisdom. And he didn't do it through his own ingenuity. See, they like to lie and make it seem like they did everything fair and square. No. Sirach 10 and 8. because of unrighteous dealings. That's how you got in this position, because of unrighteous dealings. And we can go all day about it. Injuries and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another. So you so-called white people, you Joe Schmoes, you regular, well-to-do, you think you a do-gooder, you think you're a law-abiding citizen, you just want to see your child in college and all that. You want to know why you're going down? Because this is what your race of people do. Well, it wasn't me. The scripture says, prepare slaughter for their children, for the iniquities of their fathers. You don't give a shit. You benefited. But now you're not benefiting no more. You ain't been benefiting in the last 50 odd years, and it's come to a head. The kingdom is translated from one people into another. So the kingdom is the kingdom being taken from you. You see this, you see what the hell you do. You see the shit you study. Everybody's sick as hell. Everybody got fucking cancer. You're seeing more and more and more people with heart problems are getting younger and younger. It used to be you didn't worry about none of this certain sick shit until 50 plus. You got babies being born with fucking diabetes and shit, man. People are sick and people are done. You got to work until you fucking die. Life expectancy and fucking retirement age is damn near the same fucking shit. And the retirement age keep getting higher and higher. I've seen people retire and come back to work. Not get a part-time job, not be a greeter at Walmart, come back and work on the assembly line. This the world that your race of people fucking created, man. Over there in China, they got people living in fucking cages. Man, let me show y'all this. In Hong Kong, man. Look at this shit. This is what they want.
Turn your expenses into 4%
China
rewards
is
with
the
the Verizon
blueprint.
Visa card. Each time you shop at the grocery store, get gas and dine out.
They
Plus, your
want the- they
rewards
want
can
the
be
world to
applied
be
toward
like
your
China.
Verizon bill or on brand new tech. Apply today.
It's more expensive to live in Hong Kong than anywhere in the world.
Look at this shit, man.
Hong Kong has been ranked the least affordable housing market in the world 8 years in a row, and by a long shot. Housing prices
Bro,
are now
come on,
almost
bro.
20 times more than annual income. That means that a household making 50,000 US dollars would, on average, be looking for a house that gives them no bigger than a parking space.
So these are
Look at this shit, man.
$980,000. And it's getting really bad. Hundreds of thousands of residents now squeeze into incredibly small apartments, most of them no bigger than a parking space.
So these are cage homes, which basically fit one person and their belongings, and they basically stack these in a room in order to fit as many people as they can in the room.
And yet the price per square foot for these smaller houses just keeps shooting up.
Did you
I visited these homes
Are
to
y'all
try to
seeing
piece
this
together an
shit, man?
explanation for this trend. Smaller houses just keep shooting
a
up.
cage house, nigga? Wait
in
a
order-
minute.
I'm no bigger than a parking
His
So these are
old ass,
cage
his
homes.
European, he could be a Jake, I don't know. But this is what they want for America, all right? 2 Ezra 15:46, and thou Asia, right? That's all the children of Lot that are partaker of the hope of Babylon. See, they in Babylon being America, they in bed with each other. Yeah, they beef on the world stage and up next, superpower, all this and all that. But nah, man, there's a lot of deals with China, Asia, all the different Asian countries, and art the glory of her person. Now let me. and art the glory of a person. What does it mean to be the glory of someone's person? Let's see what that say. Let's see how. They're explaining it. I could tell, but let's see what it say. No, that ain't what it say. Oh, did I give him the right verse? Wait a minute. 2nd is 1546. What they was? Yeah, you niggas need some. They need some more help. But anyway, basically, that's what. I just was going to see if they was going to put it, how they was going to word it. But it basically means that they fit the ideal. That's the plan. That's ideal. All right. Like I said, the way they is China, how they got that shit, communism. You can't speak out against the government and thinking certain art. Can't say nothing bad about government officials. China lock your ass up. Now wait a minute. Now in America, they got laws where you can't speak against a certain group of people, and you won't get federal funding. See? What group of people you think that is?
Which basically fit one person and their belongings.
Look.
And they basically stack these in a room in order to fit as many people as they can in the room.
And yet the price per square foot for these smaller
That's enough on that. Let me grab something else. Isaiah. I know it's in Isaiah. Wait a minute. Let's see. Isaiah 5:8. Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. The world overpopulated. See, the world ain't overpopulated. What they saying is not enough of them. That's what they saying. See, in the kingdom of heaven, first of all, Israelites is probably half the world is probably Israelites. All right, with the confusion of faces, with the don't nobody populate the way the Israelites populate. All right, that's just the way the Lord, that's just how it is. I did a lesson yesterday speaking about the black and white population in comparison, and even with all the abortions, even with the prison, the sterilization. Hey, men are not as virulent as they once was, man. Testosterone is at an all-time low. Even with all these fucking factors, Israelite population growth is still in the positive. See, I know that got to be a mind fuck to the elites. I know they like, man, what the fuck? They just won't stop fucking. Look, you got people part of the community that's becoming. They don't want it to be. They don't want us on the earth, man. They want to be They want to be the major populations, so and they can have control, but it's just not gonna be like that. It's not meant. the world overpopulated, and but y'all owning fucking hundreds of acres, islands, doing whatever, and that okay. See, so when you want to know why you are despised amongst the heathen, or no one likes you, because we know who you are. This is who you are. This is what you do. All right. Let me see. Let me grab something. Revelation 20. Let me see. Revelation 27. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. All right. And that represents you coming out of the dark ages. All right. Because the dark ages was a period of a little bit over 1,000 years. And during that period, you was not on the scene. That's why they like to put the notion out there that, oh, the world, everything was backwards. There was no innovation. There was no art. There was no literature. People weren't doing anything. People was doing shit, and they was doing a whole bunch. It's just that you weren't. This is that period where you was in the caves. It wasn't it wasn't a million years ago. And I forget which one of you devils came up with that time shit. You just start adding time on things. No, nigga. It wasn't that long ago. You was in a goddamn cave. You ain't that far from being in the cave now. You a vile group of people. The shit y'all doing, and now we got the internet. We can really see y'all do shit. Y'all, man, shit you fucking people do with animals, dogs. That's why y'all call it the Renaissance, the rebirth. The rebirth of what? You coming back into power and status after the fall of the Roman Empire. Because the Western Roman Empire fell, and the Eastern Roman Empire became the Byzantine Empire, which was ruled by so-called Negroes. Because see, when shit fair, that's what happened. When shit is fair and you kind of you'll be overtaken. We got too much creativity, too much ingenuity. We're just better than you. The scripture says, "And one people shall be stronger than the other." That's the prophecy. And we the people. You know it. You do the test. They got something called the Giselle schedule, which tests children's intelligence. And so-called black babies are ahead of so-called white babies by 6 months, showing signs of intelligence. That was a test done. They used to do, but one of the funny thing, they don't go by it no more, because all the tests prove that we're better. That's why they want to stick your ass. You barely out the womb and they sticking you, feeding you bad food, programming you, teaching you bad shit. That's why they ended segregation. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So, right, you let loose to deceive the nations, but now you can't deceive anymore. Everything is coming out. You know why everything is coming out? Because it's time for you to fall now. Everything is coming out. Jeremiah 49:10, but I have made Esau bare. And it seems like I bring the scripture out almost every lesson. Jeremiah 49:10, but I have made Esau bare. All right. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 9. If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bears. The Lord said he's gonna expose everything. You know, he gonna pluck all the fucking grapes. He gonna expose everything. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Yeah, you can't cover up. You know how a woman walk over the vent and a dress blow up? They show you in the movies, the dress blow up and then she cover back up. Nope, you can't cover it. Nope, it's out. That's why ain't nobody fucking with y'all. And I'm talking to you average so-called white people now. You want to know why you don't get... You can feel the energy. This is why. It says, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled. Oh, your children are spoiled. Your daughters are messing with so-called blacks and Latinos, and your sons is overdosing on opioids. And his brethren, and it's happening in other countries that you so-called white people too. And his neighbors, and he is not. Let's go back to Ezekiel, see if it's a little more on that. Ezekiel 28 and 5. It says, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. So, Lord's will, that was the edifying lesson to the hopeful elect. All praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, Shalom. Also, fair use. Salaki, I played that video. Fair use.